not that you didn't want to teach yoga. You didn't want to be a guru or something like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was teased a lot growing up in San Francisco because my family was about yoga and spiritual Eastern teachings and health food. And it wasn't popular. It wasn't common then. So we were like the weird people, kids would always tease me, like call me Hare Krishna. And I was a weird kid and different kid. And so I think from my childhood, I had a lot of negative associations about yoga and I didn't want to, I wanted to be normal. And
You didn't know
so,
how hip it
I
was
didn't
going
want
to
to
be.
I didn't want to be some guru or like that didn't interest me. And that was when I like started coining it like power yoga. And I played around with different names originally. And I was like, I remember I called it fast track yoga or, athletes yoga or different things. And then I landed on power yoga and I went with that. I was like all about, okay, I'm going to take yoga practice and strip it down of all the like mystical and all the new agey fluff and puff and make it accessible to every kind of person, like, without all the weirdness. And look, no offense to anyone who's into all that, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. And it partly though, that was out of my childhood. I'm like, okay, I could present yoga in a way that is just the physical practice, the deep breathing, the concentration aspects of it. It's good mind, body fitness, but without all the trappings that can often come, the Hinduism and the different kind of yoga stuff. So that became my whole thrust. I'm like, I'm going to create yoga for the everyday person from any walk of life. It was like, no, my whole jam is like anti new age, anti guru, and I took a lot of heat back then from the traditional yoga establishment. Because like, who are you? I remember like there was some article in LA Times about me and some other, it was about my power yoga. And then they were interviewing other yoga experts. And I remember these yoga people were just hitting me hard. Like they're saying, oh, the yogis are turning over in their graves right now with, Baron Baptiste doing his power yoga. And I was taking a lot of heat from the traditional yoga people, but I was like, okay, I don't care. I'm not going to do, that's not like, so, and I wasn't really teaching traditional yoga. I really was just teaching the poses and breathing and, concentration and focus and a meditative aspect. But I was also at that point now, I was like into Christian mysticism. So I was in myself, like my whole orientation was coming more from a biblical standpoint, not yoga new age. I was actually anti new age. I took that on like for a while, kind of in a black and white kind of way. So my yoga was like, it was interesting to people because they're like, wow, this guy is bringing in good, like kind of concepts, spiritual concepts and, personal growth kind of philosophy, but it wasn't new agey. It wasn't Eastern. It was more just my version of like life philosophy. Yeah.